There are things in Japan that nobody teaches. No manual, no guidebook, no rule book. And yet, everyone seems to know here. This long weekend, I noticed 5 of them, and they all had something in common. Let's get into it. On holidays, I liked eating out, a little change of pace. At popular places, there was always a line. When there was no line, I sometimes wondered why. So I waited. I was hungry. It was spring, but still a little cold. Kids and their families waiting like this looked tough. We finally got inside. We placed the order. It was crowded, so the food took time. While waiting, I could see the line outside. Even before eating, I felt bad. I was just in that line. And then, almost without thinking, I ate a bit faster. Not rushing, just thinking about the people waiting. Once we were done, we stood up. We went and paid. Talking could wait. Tea could wait. Maybe find a cafe after. I don't know if it actually helped, but I remembered how it felt to wait. Actually, my daughter said the same thing the other day. I always eat fast when there's a line outside. I didn't teach her that. She just picked it up. After lunch, I did a little shopping. Fresh vegetables everywhere. And the prices really good. At the register, I realized cash only. Just a few hundred yen, but only a 10,000 yen bill. I'm sorry, I don't have anything smaller. I said that and handed it over. And then I remembered my mother. She always ends up the same way. Actually, my daughter, no wallet, no cash, everything on our phone. When we go out together, I end up paying. Cash only, still? That's how she sees it. I'm sorry, why do we say it? Small purchase, big bill. A lot of change. Holidays, weekends, banks were closed. The shop staff, they never said no. Always with a smile. My daughter called me during the long weekend. She had lost a house key at a nearby park while playing with a kid. She only realized when she got home. Of course, she couldn't get in. So she went back to the park. And there it was, placed on a bench. Is she just lucky? She's always so happy when it comes back. But I wonder, when will she learn? Actually, my husband lost his phone at a park not long ago. He noticed right away and started looking. Someone who saw him spoke to him. Are you looking for your phone? I thought it might get stepped on, so I kept it safe. Lately, I see this kind of care more often. People don't rush to the police. The owner usually comes back pretty quick. Sometimes it's left where it's easy to see. Other times, someone keeps it safe. When I drove overseas, this would have meant nothing. Actually, it might have just confused people. Long weekends, the roads got crowded. On the highway, I saw this sometimes. The car in front put on hazard lights. It wasn't an emergency stop. They were telling me there was traffic ahead, slow down. When I saw it, I did the same, almost without thinking. I pressed my hazard button. The message moved back, car to car. On regular roads, it was different. When I wanted to change lanes, I used my turn signal. The car in that lane slowed down, let me in. Once I was over, I flashed my hazard light. That's how people say thank you here. There's one more, not hazards, headlights. Sometimes a car coming the other way flashed their high beams once or twice. That usually meant police ahead, a speed trap, a quiet warning. None of this is in the driving manual. Holidays are busy everywhere. Finding a parking spot was always tricky. Cars in front, cars behind. It was a little stressful. My father was like this. When there was a car behind him and he found a spot, he didn't take it. Just kept driving, let them go first. Then he parked at the next empty one. When I was little, I'd think, why not park closer? All he'd say was, walking is good for you. I didn't get it then. But once I started driving, I got it. If everyone does that, the lane keeps moving. It works the other way too. When I took my parents out, I wanted to park close. My father's legs were giving him trouble. Sometimes the car in front gave me the spot. Helped traffic, and it was nice for my father too. My daughter parks far away. She looks for the emptiest spot. No cars next to her. She's still a new driver, a little scared of bumping someone. I never really thought about it. I just did it. But this time, it clicked. If it were me. That's all it is. Now that I say it, I want to say thank you more. In your country, are there things like this? Little things people just follow without thinking. I'd love to hear about them in the comment. Thank you as always for watching. See you next week. Bye.